Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode, this very special Christmas Eve episode, this WIP Wednesday episode. And let me tell you, if you have some WIPs that you have to get going, grab your hook and let's get going. Come on, there's only a little bit of time left. Plus, you have to have time to wrap your gift. Although, if it's a really beautiful crocheted item, you can just hand it to someone and say, I love you. I just finished making this for you. Right? Right? You could do that. You could totally do that. Fresh off the hook. That's what you could say. Let's see who's here. Let's see who's here. Oh, Merry Christmas Eve to everyone. Good morning, Miguel. How are you this morning, my dear? I hope that you are feeling well and staying strong. No sickness. I hope that you are okay. And Naomi, and actually, I hope that for everyone, right? I hope everyone is staying well this Christmas season. From what I hear, there's, flu is rampant around the country. So I hope that you are staying away from all that sickness. And if you do have a little bug, I hope that you are able to, doctor yourself, rest a little bit more, and stay well for this holiday. Sorry for the yawns. So sorry for the yawns. Oh my goodness. Okay, and Naomi, good morning, my friend. How are you? Merry Christmas Eve to you. And let's see. Catherine, my love, how are you, my dear friend? I hope that you are doing well. What in the world? Oh, here it is. I heard my phone. Look at my phone. So my phone case is breaking. Do you see that hole right there? That gap right there. My phone is breaking. The little holder thing there, it is completely cracked and gone. I do have another one to replace this, but I don't think I can get this one off to replace it, which is why I haven't replaced it yet. But let's see, it's an OtterBox, and I guess I should be glad that I have an OtterBox, even though it's all cracked and everything. See, this thing used to go all the way around. It doesn't anymore. Anyway, I guess I should be glad that I have an OtterBox, because as many times as I drop my phone, this has kept it, safe. So let's turn my volume down because my whistle has been whistling. Whenever I get a message, it goes, whoo, and it whistles at me. So let's take a look. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let me see. 8:35 a.m. Where? Here we go. Ha, got it on silent. Okay. And then, alrighty. Okay. Now let's see. Oh, Barbara Baker, good morning. Happy Christmas Eve to you as well. It's good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. And Miguel says, I'm getting laundry together to be going to the laundromat. That's a nice thing. Have clean clothes on Christmas Day. Of course, that's a nice thing. And everybody's saying Merry Christmas Eve. You're on your break right now, Catherine. Good. I'm so glad. And that's so sweet. Naomi says, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button. There's a little thumbs up and there's a little thumbs down. Well, you can push whichever one you want, but my wish this Christmas Eve is that you would push that thumbs up button. That's my wish. Oh, nice. Pastor and wife stopped by last evening with a case of hydration drinks. That's nice. Diabetic friendly. That's wonderful, Miguel. That is so wonderful. So wonderful. Oh my goodness. So happy Christmas Eve to all my friends out there. I hope that you are having a really, really sweet and restful, and maybe it's not so restful. Maybe you got a lot that you have to do before, before Christmas comes. Maybe not. I don't know. So I have thankfully finished the socks that I was working on. And I also, are you ready for this? Okay. So you know that Christmas tree skirt that I was working on. I I started to run out of steam and I started to run out of yarn. And I had enough yarn for maybe one more row, but you're supposed to end on the double crochet row, not the slip stitch row. The slip stitch row, excuse me, is the row that gives you it almost looks like a cable, right? Almost around the skirt. And so you're supposed to end on a double crochet row. Well, I had just finished a double crochet row and I didn't have enough yarn to do a slip stitch row plus a whole double crochet row. So I decided to stop and I sewed on some buttons. And so I started at the center and I put a button, and see, it's really nice because you have those cable looking things, right? So you can count those, and where you put the button is right in the double crochet row. And so I counted it, and I could have skipped one, like put a button, skip one, put a button, skipped one, and I had enough for that. But what I decided to do, because I want to add on to this Christmas tree skirt, and I can, because all I have to do is, reattach and start some more. And so what I want to do is, after the holidays, I want to go ahead and work on that for next year and get it bigger because it is definitely too small. It's smaller than the width of my tree by probably about that much. Okay. So it doesn't even meet the tree, which is a problem. It's a problem in my eyes. So, but I made it work. So I did button, skip a section, skip a section, button, skip two sections, button. I had enough. I could skip enough so that I had 3 buttons on it, just 3. And then there was another section at the bottom. So the button didn't go all the way to the bottom. So there's a little tiny bit where it kind of like separates a little bit, but that's okay. It's just one row. So, which means that I have to do at least 2 more sections, which is 4 rows, because each section is, a slip stitch row and a double crochet row. If I want to get one more button on there, which would be 4, but I have 6 buttons, so I can go a little bit further. I was also wondering about doing a white border to kind of, but that would be kind of mimicking the Santa suit kind of a thing, right? Because then the border I could also do, but I don't like working, but I could also do, if I had some like chenille, to do like an edge, like a little roughly edge on it. But I really want it to look like a farmhouse sweater. So I'm trying to like rein in all these wild ideas, right? And so I'm calling it good. Does it look great? No. My family's like, it looks fine. It looks fine. Well, you know what? That's great. I'm glad you think it looks fine. I don't think it looks fine. I think it looks like somebody quit way sooner than they should have. But that stress is off me. I have a skirt around my tree now because, it was an artificial tree. So it had those wire, the metal base to it. So at least that's covered up. It didn't lay right. I couldn't get under my tree. once I got under my tree, then I had a really hard time getting up off the floor because my floor is hard. I was on my knees. I should have just flat out laid down on my stomach, right? And that would have made it easier. But anyway, you know, what are you going to do? So it's all good. That's a long story, I know. And so I did have some red left. And then I saw this white and I was like, you know what? My tree needs a little more zhuzhing up. So I was like, you know what? I want to do a wreath, but I wanted it to do that spinny thing, right? The like how when you crochet candy canes, when you crochet candy canes and how it has that spin to it. I wanted to do that, but I wanted to do a circle wreath and then I wanted to just hang them. And let me tell you, I went over to repeatcrafterme.com. And so Repeat Crafter Me, Sarah Zimmerman, she's amazing. I went over to her website. She has a really quick, really fast candy cane. It requires floral wire or pipe cleaners, which I have plenty of pipe cleaners. But honestly, I just wanted to crochet. I didn't feel like fiddling with all of that stuff, you know. I know I was being extra. I was like, I don't even want to do that. I just want to crochet and throw something on the tree. So much so that I wanted all of this crochet stuff that my sweet sissy Tanya last year, she made some coasters out of sparkly red, white, and green yarn. And she had them together. There were 4 of them, and they're really pretty. And they kind of had like a little, you know, not a picot edge to them, but, you know, it was kind of like snowflakey looking, but not. I know that sounds really weird. So anyway, she had those. I found them in my craft room and I'm like, ooh, I took that little tie that held them together. I took that off and I tied some jute to it and I hung those on my tree. So I even have Christmas coasters on my tree. Hey, you know what? If you look at that and you say, oh, that's a Christmas coaster, well, more power to you. It was red, white, and green, and I just wanted some more color. I just wanted some more Christmassy color. So this is what I did, and I'm going to show you. It's so easy. So if you don't have anything left to do and you feel like you want to have just a little, you know, tag for a present or, you know, just a little more something to just put on your tree, this takes no time at all. Oh, and while I'm at it, let me show you the socks that I finished. These are the socks that I finished. Boop, boop. And I did not make, when I saw you last, I was like, oh, I think I'm going to have to redo these because they're so long. Well, after I put my hand through them and I felt like, oh, you know, they are kind of tight. I really didn't want to remake them. So I just made the second sock and calling it good. You know, these are socks that she can wear year after year after year. And anyway, I can't get my foot in these. So I'm hoping that, you know, it will be perfect for my granddaughter. Anyway, so they both have socks, these same colors. And if you're wondering, I based this off of pink and green from the movie Wicked. So anyway, and my sweet friend Naomi mailed me this lovely, and it's not really showing up as green as it looks. It's really lovely. It's called Slime. Okay. So you can just imagine it's like a green slime. And it does have a little bit of yellow in it, but not as much as what's showing up in the picture. This is Big Twist. I like it. I like it a lot. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to show you how I made that. Oh, I also have some, but you know what? I really, really liked the way the white and the red twisted. So I'm going to show you in white and red. Whoopsie. And because it only took a minute or two to make. It did not take long at all. And okay. So what she said, and I followed, her directions, even with the size of the hook. She said use an H hook, which is let me see. I need my glasses. 5.0 millimeter hook. And this is my Clover Amour hook. And so I'm going to take some red yarn. Okay, so see, this is how much I had. And I had enough to make a row. See, because I had to have 4 skeins of it, right? So it's not like I could just say, oh, I have enough here, looky here. So, but I had to have 4 of them, and maybe I could have made it work. But every time you do a double crochet row on that tree skirt, I'm talking about the tree skirt right now. Every time you make a double crochet row on the tree skirt, you have to increase the size. So this last round, it was double crochet increase, 10 double crochets, double crochet increase, 10 double crochets. The next row would be double crochet increase, 11 double crochets. And that's how it goes every time you do the double crochet row. Okay, so, oh, and look, I have lots of Christmas ornaments on my shirt today. Christmas tree ornaments for the win. Okay, let's see. Oh, good, Miguel. I'm so glad that your blood sugar is better. So on this, the first couple times I did it, I didn't leave a long enough tail at the very beginning. Normally you don't need a long tail, right, at the beginning. But for this, I discovered that when I put them together, I like to tie a little bow, and I like to have all 4 ties because you're going to get 2 from each swirly. So anyway, I just do a slip knot and then chain 26. This is so easy, okay? Slip knot, chain 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. So 26, and then all you're going to do is 2 double crochets in each stitch, skipping the very first stitch, but 2 double crochets in each stitch until you get to the end, and you're done. You're done with that color. Then you do another one in whatever other color you want to do, and I'm going to do white, so I can do the traditional, red and white stripe. But honestly, I think any color would be really pretty as a wreath. You could even do, pink and white. You do want to have a little bit of contrasting so that you can see the swirlies. But other than that, go for it. Any color you want. So I'm just going to do 2 double crochets in each stitch down, and then do another one in white, and I'll show you how I get it together. So while we're doing that, I thought we would do some Christmas trivia, and not trivia, but I kind of wanted to do a little bit of trivia, but but not. So what I found was a list of the top 50 Christmas movies of all time. And so I thought that, while we were sitting and chatting and I'm crocheting, we could go down that list of top 50 movies of all time. And if you want to keep a tally of how many you've seen, and then we'll see who has seen the most Christmas movies. Some of these movies are a little different, and I have not seen some of them. So anyway, I've not even heard of a couple of these, but that's okay. That's all right. Because it's top movies of all time. And coming in at number 50 is a movie called Christmas in Connecticut. And so it is starring Barbara Stanwyck. This one doesn't say when the movie, I wish that it would say like when the movie came out. Some of them do. If there are multiple of movies with that title, or multiple movies, remakes or whatever, it'll give the year, but this one doesn't. But I kind of feel like this is an old movie. She is a 1940s star. And so it says she's a food critic who lies about having a farm in New England. So Christmas in Connecticut sees the 40s star scramble to put together a fake farm and family to protect her reputation. Doesn't that sound fun? I mean, I would watch it. I would watch it. So coming in at 49 is the 1984 version of A Christmas Carol. So this one is the one that has George C. Scott, and it was a British made-for-television adaptation of A Christmas Carol. And so then coming in at 48, some of them we don't really have to talk a lot about. Number 48 is called The Year Without a Santa Claus. And oh, okay. So this is a stop motion classic. And so I'm assuming that means animated. And this one has songs like The Snow Miser, The Heat Miser, and also the song I Believe in Santa Claus. So that one is 48. Now this next one I have never heard of, never in my life heard of. And number 47 is called The Lion in Winter. And it is set around the Christmas of 1183. And it tells the story of King Henry II of England, who is played by Peter O'Toole, and his wife Eleanor of Aquitaine, who is played by Katharine Hepburn. So Peter O'Toole and Katharine Hepburn, classic. Maybe they'll play it this year. I don't know. I have never seen the movie or heard of it, The Lion in Winter, and yet it's number 47. So obviously somebody knows something that I don't. And okay, so see, I'm almost at the end and it's curling. Do you see that? So it's curling all on its own. I don't have to do anything. And then once I get this done, I'll show you how. Well, I'll have to make one more in white, and then I'll show you how I put them together, or how I did put them together last night, because I didn't do the candy cane. I did a wreath, and it's so cute. It's just so cute. So I'm done, and so I'm just going to pull a fairly long tail, not super long, just enough so that I have enough to tie a little bow at the end. There we go. And on each one I did kind of different. So anyway, do you see how it's like this? So what I did last time, last night. I just tied these two together to make it like one, you know, so that I'll use one to sew, because when you do this way, you have to sew them together. So I've got that. Let me make a white. And let's see. All righty. Okay. So let me count first. 26. I'm going to leave a longer tail. And there we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. And obviously, if you wanted to make this longer, you could. Why not? I wouldn't recommend, if you're going to do a wreath, I wouldn't recommend going shorter, only because it just makes there would be no hole, no opening in the middle. Okay, so number 46 is kind of weird to me. Batman Returns. So it says, sure, it's the kind of action movie that isn't really about Christmas, despite being set during the holiday season. It's Tim Burton's second chance at a Batman film. And, anyway. The number 45 is Just Friends. Ryan Reynolds and Amy Smart play Jamie and Chris, old high school friends. Oh, I remember that. Friends wrapped up in similar plot. Chris is in love with Jamie. Jamie just wants to be friends. 10 years later, Chris returns to his hometown and tries to win Jamie's love, and it works. I remember that one. It Just Friends. That was a sweet one. Sweet one. Number 44. Now, this one is definitely, in my eyes, a good Christmas movie. It's called The Holiday, and it's starring, oh, yes. It's starring two women, Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz. And so one is in London and one is in Los Angeles. And so they swap the homes, and the rest is history. Over the holidays, they swapped their homes over the holidays because each wanted to get away from their situation. Yes. And so that one is, of course, a great movie. Now, this next one, I adore. I adore this movie. It is full of stories of all different love at Christmas, and it's called Love Actually. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is in it. Oh no, wait, that's Jingle All the Way. Hold on. Richard Curtis's star-studded ensemble romantic comedy is equally beloved as it is reviled. Okay, so either you love it or you hate it. It has, let me see, Love Actually cast. Okay. It has Gregor Fisher, Colin Firth, Liam Neeson, Emma Thompson, Hugh Grant, Laura Linney, Chris Marshall. Oh, Chris Marshall's, yeah. Heike Makach. I don't know how to say her name. Martin Freeman, good actor. Joanna Page, Andrew Lincoln. He played, a big character in The Walking Dead, Andrew Lincoln. Keira Knightley. I'm trying to find names that we are familiar with. So the rest of them, oh, Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman. Oh my gosh. He was amazing. Amazing. Matt Harvey, Rodrigo Santoro, Marcus Brigstock, Richard Cotton. Anyway, just amazing. Just amazing. So apparently either you love it or you hate it. I actually love that movie. There is an element to it that is like not child friendly. So you don't want to watch it in the presence of children. However, the storylines are so incredible. So incredible. Anyway, so the next one does star Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it is number 42, Jingle All the Way. And I just remember that movie. You're my favorite customer. And anyway, I do like that movie. It is really good. Really good on the level of, oh wow, I lost everybody. On the level of you know, the kids level. It is definitely a kids show. So let's skip a ways down. Let's see, how far are we going to go down? Okay, number 32 is The Santa Claus. Classic Tim Allen movie. It was 1994. And what a good movie. What a cute movie. It was just adorable, and it made me fall in love with Santa all over again. I had kind of given him a bad rap, but that 1984 version of, you know, the Santa Claus story just made me fall in love with him all over again. Let's see. Okay, here is a great one. And we talked about this one a while ago. Number 29 is The Polar Express. What a nice movie. You know, it is hyper realistic animation, and they really did a good job. It was I'm gonna say it was like cutting edge, the type of movie animation that they used. Okay, so the next one, number 28, is the 1966 version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And definitely a classic. It's the animated version from 1966. And what's not to love about that version? What is not to love about that version? All right. Hey, Naomi. Hey. I'm glad to see you, that you're still hanging in there. Looks like I lost a lot of people. I'm sorry if I'm boring. I know Catherine probably had to go back to work. Okay. So here is the second color. So we have, let's see. Oh boy. We have the first color and the second color. And so all I'm going to do is kind of kind of just wrap these together, swirl these together. All right. So you swirl them together and then you have this, right? And then what I do is I connect the red to the red and the white to the white in a circle like this. Isn't that cute? And then I take these long strings and I tie a bow and then I trim them. So it's like a bow with a little bit of fringe on it. And then I connect some jute and hang it. And that's it. That is the little wreath. And so I did a couple of those last night as I was sitting watching a movie. I don't remember what movie we were watching. And then oh, Naomi, I am boring. I know I am. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. So this is just super cute, super easy. It's not very large, if you'll see. It's, you know, it's like that. And so yeah, that's how you do it. You just sew them together and then I tie a bow. And I'll go ahead and finish that so that when I get done here, I can hang it on my tree. That will make 3 of them on my tree. And it just gives a little pop of color on your tree. Like I said, you can do these in any color, but I decided red and white was the colors that I wanted to go with. So yeah, happy, happy. Happy, happy, happy. So let me, and it can feel a little awkward going around. Oh, I remember what we were watching. We were watching the movie The Christmas Card last night. And it was actually on TV. And so it wasn't on our DVD, which we have a DVD of that too, but it was on TV. So we went ahead and watched it. And I love that movie. Doran loves that movie. And so we watch it whenever we can. And yeah. All righty. Okay. So then once I sew that together, I just do a knot because it's a decoration, okay? And we're going to have a bow on this. So I just tie a knot. It's not like anybody's going to go in there and look and see, and I don't want it to come loose. So then I go to the white and just choose the shortest one to do the sewing, and the longest one I'll do the bow. And yeah, so here we go with this. And then what you can do is decide which side looks the prettiest, and that's where you'll put your bow. Because as you can see, like this one is this way, and then this one is this way. I think I'll use this side for the bow. And Let me tie this white together. So my to-do list today, aside from last minute straightening up the house, the kids are going to be here tonight. And then obviously we're going to have Christmas Day together. So Christmas Day is the day that we're going to, enjoy all the festivities and everything, not tonight. And so, oh, this is definitely the side. Okay. So as you can see, I have 4 strands of both colors. And so if I wanted to, I could actually, what I'm going to do is pull through and make the strands come out on the one side that I like. And so that way, there we go. So see how I've made all the strands on this side. And so now what I'm going to do is, am I going to do a white bow or a red bow? And I kind of think I'm going to do, I think I might do 2 bows because this one happened to be like one on top of the other, right? And normally it hasn't been working out that way. So let me see if I do this. I can do a white bow and then a red bow. This is where you can just get creative, right? You don't have to follow directions. You just get creative and do what you think will look pretty or whatever speaks to you, right? So let me try this. Who says you can't have 2 bows? Nobody says that. More bows, the merrier. Okay. All right, so here we go. And I'm just going to pull them down together. Here's this bow and this bow. And then I'm going to take, well, I had scissors. Let me grab my scissors. Okay, and then I'm going to cut. Look at that. So how cute is that? It has 2 bows on it. On the other side is perfectly round, you can see. And so either way that shows, it's fine. And then I'm going to take a little bit of jute, or I could take a little bit of white yarn, but I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the jute. And let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do this. Okay. So on the back, I am going to just go into one of the stitches and I'm going to pull through the jute. There we go. And then because I don't want it to, like if I hang it like this, it's going to be sideways. So what I decided to do is tie a knot, because then that changes the angle of your jute. Do you see that? It changes the angle of it. So then when I do the jute like this, it is like that. And so all I'm going to do is tie this like this. Ah, Naomi is making the pecans. Oh, yum. Yum. They have cinnamon and they're just so delicious. So here we go. Anyway, this is it. It's cute, super cute. This is it on the other side. So if it does happen to turn around, it's not a big deal. It's going to be pretty on your tree. Look how pretty that is. So, and it just takes a few minutes. It's like nothing, you know, substantial or anything, but it's just cute hanging on your tree. It just has a little extra color for your tree. Do you see that? It's just a little extra color. So you can do these in any color you like. Hey, Diane, how are you? I am so glad that you stopped by. Merry Christmas to you as well. And Merry Christmas to everyone watching, and happy Christmas Eve. You know, this is a busy time right now, and so I understand if you can't stay and watch, that's okay. That is a-okay. It is a very busy time for a lot of people. We are doing last minute things. And so, yeah. Naomi is currently making spiced pecans and yummo. Yesterday I made toffee, and it was the toffee with the saltine crackers. And then you make the caramel, and you pour the caramel over the saltine crackers, and then you stick that in the oven for a little bit just to try to get it to set up a little bit. So I kept it in there until it kind of bubbled a little bit, and then I pulled it out, let it set, put some chocolate chips on it. The chocolate chips just kind of melted. I spread that all out all over, and then put peanuts on it. And I had to pop that in the fridge for just a little bit so that it could set up and harden. And then it just cracked all the way. And I call it Christmas crack, but I know there are other things that people call Christmas crack, but this is what I call Christmas crack. And so then you just crack it up into little shards and put it in a container, and then people can just enjoy it. It's kind of like a Christmas toffee candy. Anyway, it's really good. Really yummy. So, yeah, that's what I've got. So let me look. On my to-do list today, I have, let's see, Christmas countdown. I have finished wrapping the gifts. Those socks are one of them. And we don't have a whole lot, but we do have some. And these are things that have come in since we wrapped the first time, which I'm so glad that we wrapped that first time, because otherwise we would have a humongous pile. Humongous. And oh, you're going to be making fudge today as well. You're moving slowly today, trying hard to get done for company, your son and his wife, but you will always catch. Oh, thank you, Diane. Have a wonderful Eve and a blessed Christmas day. And she says love to all, and love right back at you, Diane. Thank you for stopping. You're off to make fudge. Ooh, so Diane's going to be making fudge, and Naomi is going to be making fudge today as well. That is so fun. Yum. So I have my green bean casserole and my hash brown casserole to make, which is not hard. It's just throwing things together, putting it in. I'm gonna put it in some little 8x8 tins. They're about this tall, so it's not a lot that goes in each one, but just enough so that we can pull a couple out, or one or two out, depending on how hungry people are. And Merry Christmas, Diane. It's so good to see you. And yeah, and that way also, if we have, I can put some in the freezer so that at New Year's or whenever we want it, we can just pull them out and cook them up, cook them up for dinner. So, and then, so green bean casserole is just the traditional kind. I follow the recipe, and it's the kind that you make with the canned green beans and the canned, cream of mushroom soup and all that. Can. Mele kaliki maka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. I love that. Mele kaliki maka. And that's Merry Christmas in Hawaiian. And my sweet friend Aloha Crochet with Naomi is saying that to everyone. Let me show you. And so yeah, those two casseroles, they're going to go in freezer tins. And that way, if I make too much, then I can always just keep it in a tin, put it in the freezer. I never know how much I'm going to make until I start making it, right? I try to make small amount, but honestly, I am so used to making such a large amount of all different kinds of things that it's kind of hard. It really is kind of hard. But so like my green bean casserole, I start with 5 cans of green beans, and yeah, so it'll be okay. It will be okay. Yesterday Mom made 2 pumpkin pies, and she made a baked cheesecake that was just really, really, really yummy. It was one of the yummiest, and her pumpkin pies are delicious as well. And then we have, let's see, we have Chex Mix. We have all of these cookies. We have the Christmas crack candy. We have, yeah, a lot of things. Plus, oh, I forgot, I have to bake a cake today for the happy birthday cake for baby Jesus. And I think what I'm going to do, since we have so much, I think I'm going to make 1 cake mix, but I'm going to put it in 2 rounds. And 1 round, I'm going to let the girls decorate for Grandpa for his birthday tomorrow, or 2 days from now, the day after Christmas. And then 1 for the baby Jesus cake for tomorrow. So we're not going to make like a big cake. We're going to have like a half cake for each one, because there's no way that we need to have 2 full cakes for 2 days in a row with all of these cookies and all of this candy and all of this Chex Mix and then all of the food that we're going to cook tomorrow. So I think that that's what I'm going to do. So bake 1 cake. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And so then I'll wrap it up, let it cool, wrap it up real good in saran wrap, put it in the fridge. And then tomorrow the girls can decorate 1 for baby Jesus. And then the next day they can decorate another one for Grandpa for his birthday. So yeah, I think that that is what we're going to do. So yeah, because I was thinking, oh my, a big cake and blah, 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 and all this stuff. And yeah, we don't need to do a big cake. We don't need to do all of that. We just don't. So the sun was shining through. So I have one of my containers has a white lid on top. I put it in the window this morning so the sun isn't shining in my eyes. All right, my friends, I'm going to let you go. Merry Christmas Eve. Oh, let me real quick tell you the top. Let's see. Bump. The top 5, and I'll just say them really quick because we know all of them. The top 5 Christmas movies of all time. Number 5 is Home Alone. Number 4 is White Christmas. Number 3 is A Christmas Story. you'll shoot your eye out, Ralphie. And number 2, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Christmas Vacation. It's with Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. Juliette Lewis was their daughter, and Johnny Galecki was Rusty, their son, and who then went on to be in The Big Bang Theory. And so then number 1 Christmas movie of all time is It's a Wonderful Life. So that's the last 5. That's Frank Capra's 1946 fantasy, starring Jimmy Stewart as George Bailey. And so what a great movie that was. So I hope that you have a great day. Have a wonderful Christmas Eve. Have a blessed Christmas day. And I love you all. And so I really hope that you started making heart keychains today. Oh, that's wonderful. Are you getting ready for Valentine's Day? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay, I hope that you have a wonderful day and much love. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking, and much love to everybody. And I will see you next time. Friday is iffy. I'm not sure if I'm going to be here on Friday. We'll see. I'll put out a thumbnail to let you know that I'm going to go live, or you won't see a thumbnail and you'll know, nope, she's not going live. So have a great day, everyone. Love you. Merry Christmas.